PDRcontractors.com, developed to connect, promote, and advance the paintless dent repair industry. Start your membership today.
Feel the difference with CBD Direct Oils.
CBD oils may have the health benefits for your aches and pains.
Welcome to another episode of PDR Tool Time. Today's episode is 219. I'm John Renstrom alongside my co-host Daniel Grom and Mr. Vince D'Alessandro. How's it going, gentlemen? Out there in lockdown land?
Yeah, I'm over it. That's all I have to say. I'm over it. Yeah, in this week's episode, we're going to get into Anson's open house. We're going to talk a little bit about the new light tunnel going out for estimating. And we're going to get into a little bit of John's overstretched dent he did that was so impressive and got so many likes on our Facebook page. And we got to know the secret of how he did it. How did he do that amazing dent?
That one was a hell of a dent. Well, that was kind of how my week had gone, man. It was just one smashed hail rig after the next. So staying busy as heck up here. Now, I did get a little bit early of a week this time, but I was still, it was worth it. But that roof dent, that was my super dent for the week.
Yeah. So well, let's, can we just dive into that, Vince?
Yeah, why not? Sure.
So you had this oversized dent on a roof. It was regular metal, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it was just a regular Chevy 1500 roof skin. I think it was 2018. So decent metal, black. The thing about doing a dent that's sharp and that deep, you won't know if it's cracked until you pull it up.
Yeah.
And I've been there and I've pulled up really bad dents. I've had 2 hours wrapped up into a dent before and got it where you can finally see the bottom. And then to find out it was cracked paint. Now this one wasn't, but I did start that one hot. So I think at the very forefront of those videos, the time lapse, you can just glimpse my, the claw from a Limitant holding my heat gun. Getting it hot, and then I started that thing out with that large swivel tip, that big flat swivel tip.
And who makes that one?
That one was from Anson.
Anson, gotcha. Okay.
So got that thing hot, and then I knew within seconds that it was going to be a true oil canner. And now I was hoping to do an instructional video on using the ribs to pull that metal tight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was way too deep of a dent. I might have gone a little aggressive for that video, but yeah,
now knowing what you know, would you if you got to do it all over again, would you have started out any different? Did you feel like that? Okay.
There was no way you were going to save that. You could use, you could try that new Glexo tip and all the spike tips and everything, but you're not going to shrink that much metal. I can move a lot of metal in a lot of different ways and poke it in a lot of different ways and save a shrink dent. But honestly, that was so deep. My original plan, had I not had to shrink that dent, was I took a photo of the bottom of the panel and I was going to make a big funny hump day because of how big of a dent it showed underneath the roof.
You mean you weren't going to just tape some popsicle sticks underneath it to keep it stable?
No. In fact, we had a car come into the shop a little while back where they used body filler.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's one of those things. It's not like oil can dents or stretch dents or something new, and we now have the technology to fix them. We have been fixing them in the past, for years we've been fixing them, but they're just extremely time consuming. You're there for hours trying to unstretch and displace metal and, hitting the edge of a panel, trying to get it to cooperate and stretch that direction or this direction. And, and all of that seems so futile now with the power PDR box, right?
I still, as an old school metal guy, I try to do everything first, and power PDR is my rescue tool.
Yeah.
Now, Vince, have you ever Do you always use the Power PDR box as a finishing tool? Have you ever tried to start off with a stretch dent, trying to use that first to do any? I'm just wondering if there's, because I feel like the Power PDR box is still a relatively new tool, and I think we're going to discover new techniques.
I use it at least once a month, minimum once a month on stretch dents. I have one that I'd really like to post, and I did it probably a month ago on a Tesla Model 3 rear quarter panel. And if you know, on those quarter panels on a 3, it's metal, but it's crappy metal. It's really soft. It feels like a 1998 Kia.
Like some of those early Saabs, those things were soft as heck too.
Yeah, just really soft, and there's so many body contours to those quarter panels going on that it's really it's weird. They dent very easily, and this one was a super sharp dent, and I did not think I was going to need the Power PDR box, but I halfway through it and I'm like, shit, this thing is not cooperating. And there's times where I use the Power PDR to clean up a dent, to take out pick marks, which it does remarkably. In low spots, it kind of evens out things. And then there's the times where I'm using it when it's super stretched. But I never start a dent with the Power PDR box. Never.
Yeah, I can't. I never have either.
Yeah, I don't think there's any point to it. The metal's not even moving yet, and you would probably burn paint before you would get it to move.
Yeah, and generally you have the dents that I do. You have a hard time seeing the bottom anyhow. So yeah. The likelihood of you burning something is pretty good. I
had a dent that I did months ago, and I didn't post it because I forgot to get the after picture of it. And it was a Porsche Cayenne or Cayman. What is it? What is it? Cayenne? Not Cayenne. The little one. The Macan. Yeah, the Macan. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
We have all words names.
The Macan, and it only had less than 100 miles on it, and it had a sharp dent in the left rear door that someone already chewed up at the dealership. The lot jockey got to it and chewed it up beyond belief. And I'm like, holy crap. He's like, can you do anything for it? It's a black car. Just get it as best as possible. Otherwise, I got to paint this door. And the customer was pissed off that this PDR technician really effed up his door, his brand new car at the dealership of all places. And I'm like, let me see what I could do. I got this new machine that I've been using for about a year, but let's see what it'll do. And I got all of it out within minutes with the Power PDR box, because it had already been chewed up and bounced up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just high spots. There is one tight little low spot that I could not get out to save my life. And it was either crack the paint or leave that tiny little micro low. And I chose to leave the micro low, and the customer was like, I can't even see what you're talking about. So,
yeah.
I found the tool that's coming out, it's not out. I got a prototype from Peter from VIP. And it's his new little spike ball. And it's a small ball. And what I find it does on chewed up dents like that is it helps you pick out all the little lows in something that's chewed up really, really efficiently and fast. And it has a really good place for something like that.
Yeah. Like the Glexo Sonic tip, I've had a hard time trying to get that to work. And I talked to Mr. Don Cavanaugh to get some advice as to how that works. And it seems like you're making several pushes all in one. And there's a technique to it, and you can't just motor out a dent with it at all, because you'll make high spots everywhere.
Well, I feel it works primarily with aluminum. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but yeah. Aluminum and high strength steel is where I think
shines.
I might have to go ahead and get one of them on order and start messing with that and playing, because I'm going to be doing this bad damage for most of the summer. I mean, these are just big beaten cars. They've been trickling in. It'll be almost a year now.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep coming. So I'll have some areas where I get to play with that. So I'll see if I can get one of those coming. I'll try and get a hold of Peter at VIP.
Oh yeah.
He's got a couple new things coming out. I don't know how long they'll take him though. With this whole shutdown thing.
Exactly. But
because I'm not getting rid of these, and I'm trying to post a video. I'm seeing at least something this bad or close to it at least once a week. So I'm hoping to get a video once a week, and I'll try and get a whole instructional video on using those ribs, with a stretch dent, not just showing on the theory behind it. But I've only had one of them this season that I was able to do. And by the time I got it all done, that's when I realized I didn't make a video for you guys. Yeah. So I'll try and do a little bit better on that. But yeah, I had I got that all the way up. And in fact, I was pretty sure I overshrunk that dent on my roof to the point where I had to finish pushing it out with the rod when I realized I hadn't. But for a little bit there, I was pretty sure that I'd gone overboard and overshrunk it. But I did have one of the ribs, that far outside rib. I did not realize it was sunk down over 1/4 inch from that dent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And
well, what's hard about that is you're only working in one direction.
Yeah, because they didn't want to pull the back glass, because we had that roof was right up there to replacement. If it had gone south, I was losing a chunk because we charged that much extra for that roof.
Now, how much did you get extra for that dent?
Strictly that dent was an additional $500 wrote off of the price of dent.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. It was worth it then. And plus, it was a learning thing. Even if if anything, to me, I chalk those things up as a learning experience.
Exactly. I was asked if I wanted to take that dent on before it was ever bid.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to walk away, and I said, you know what? I think I can do that one. And I said, the only thing that's going to bone me hard is if that sucker's under the brace.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. It was dead in the middle between the two braces. So I couldn't have asked for really a much better way.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you spray your not undercarriage, but your what was it called?
Yeah, I treated the backside.
You do treat the backside of the metal.
I refinished the backside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's underneath the headliner, you're still doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do the same thing, whether it's in a door or a quarter panel. If it's getting covered up, I always use the SEM stuff.
Yep.
But, what is it called? Yeah. The E-coat.
That's the E-coat. Yeah, SEM E-coat designed to match those colors. Now, and I didn't post. The only place that I posted about that was the PDR tool time that I used, the Power PDR. When I posted it on my personal page, I don't say anything like that to the public.
Yeah,
because I don't want the public getting the misconception that we can zap it with electricity in 30 seconds, like my video shows, and it's solid.
Right.
That was a time lapse video of over. Let's see, I had 80 or 120 minutes.
Yeah. Into 20 seconds
or 80 minutes. And it was in, 2 40-minute intervals.
Yeah.
Because I got a phone call in the middle and it shut off my camera. So
that's funny.
Well, right on, man.
Well, yeah. Well, congratulations. That was a good one. And it was a good one to showcase and show everyone out there, just the power of fixing things like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, and when I brought that up and I pulled the bottom, I turned that into a nice smooth mound first. So I was able to do that without disrupting the factory orange peel. I kept all the factory texture. Yeah. And quite honestly, that's the first time I've been able to keep 100% of the factory texture in that panel.
Right.
That even surprised me. And that's why I did that finale at the end where you got to see the entire texture. Straight over the top, because that's where everybody bitches that we try to hide that in our videos.
Yeah.
And so I made sure and showed that.
Well, that might be a good candidate for you to be ARC certified. You should submit that to ARC and get your certification. Oh, you got it already. It's up there on the wall. Never mind. So, all right.
Well, I've been ARC certified for a couple of years.
Moving right along, we will let's talk a little bit about what's going on at Anson this week, and with the finale being wrapped up at the end of the week on Saturday. And then we're going to call someone that's actually going to be there on Saturday with one of his products. Actually, he might not be there, but his product will be there set up, I believe. So this week, this is all about the virtual Anson open house that is going to happen on May 16th, Saturday, May 16th, and it's from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. And you are cordially invited to show up in person. We might not be able to have everyone inside the shop at the same time. Right now it's limited to 10 people. And if Daniel can mute his mic so we don't have to hear him eating, that'd be fantastic. And thank you. So, so we got, this is what's going on. You can show up in person. We're going to have barbecue served outside. We'll have a tent outside, and we'll have some of the vendor stuff outside where we're showcasing the power PDR box, and the hot boxes will be there demonstrated. Also, Autel, I'll be there hands-on with the Autel, along with the Autel rep is coming from Austin. Along with Austin, we got two other people coming. We got Mobile Tech RX coming to talk to us about anyone that has any questions. That'd be Eric coming from Austin. He's going to come up. And also the gentleman with the light tunnel, which we're going to be interviewing here in a few minutes. But this is the thing. Anyone that purchases anything from Anson PDR this week will you need to use the promo code VIRTUAL. And when you use the promo code VIRTUAL, you're going to be entered into the first drawing of the day, which is immediately when we open up at 10 o'clock on Saturday. There's going to be a raffle, and you're going to be entered into it. And it's going to be an awesome prize. It's not revealed just yet, but it's going to be awesome prizes. So that's the first thing. So if
their prizes are always awesome. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're always awesome. Always.
They give away friggin' where those ice chests they gave away 1 year?
The Arctic coolers.
Oh my God, those things are friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
I know. I use mine all the time.
Yeah.
So give good stuff away.
Make a purchase all week long. Enter the word virtual for multiple chances to get into the first drawing of the day, the open door prize. Every hour, anyone, if you've ever been to the open house, you know that if you spend over $250, you get to spin the wheel, right? So you spin the wheel and then you win another awesome prize. So every hour we are going to be showcasing one thing that will be given to you, kind of like a CVS type of, what is it? The online shopping, the TV shopping.
Yeah, the online shopping network where they have a little timer in the corner.
Exactly.
And you got 15 minutes to buy this item.
So if you
this discount.
Yeah. So say you make a purchase between 10 and 11, you're gonna get something for free between 10 and 11. Between 11 and 12, you're gonna get something else for free. But those are only purchases over $250, and that's like basically virtually spinning the wheel if you were at the open house. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then finally,
are people able to call in?
Yeah.
Or are they doing these things online? Or how's that going to work?
It's going to be easier online to order and purchase things. Now, I've gone on the website and I've personally fixed the search engine in there. For years, the search engine at ansonpdr.com has been a nightmare trying to find stuff. So myself and the web guy went in there and we corrected everything. And now it's easy from your phone or from your PC at home to search something, find what you want, and drop it in your cart and purchase it. So, and everyone, whether you're in person or online, everyone that purchases something over $250 or combined purchases of $250 will be entered into the last raffle of the day, which will be a humongous gift package of lots of stuff.
Right on.
Yeah. So, but just remember, it's from 10 to 3. There'll be barbecue.
I just wish we could be there in person.
I will be.
Yes, you will be.
Yeah. And I'm going to showcase all this stuff online on the Anson PDR Facebook page. So tune into that. Make sure you have the live feed on there. Make sure you subscribe to Anson PDR Facebook page. That way, when we come online, you'll be able to see this stuff right away. It'll chime on your phone and whatnot.
So it'll be on their Facebook page?
Yeah, and we'll stream it over to PDR Tool Time and probably Tactical and a few other ones at the same time. Share it over there. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
So moving on, we're going to get into we're going to talk to Charlie Tingle.
Charlie Tingle, yes, sir. Now, Charlie Tingle, he's the other man from Austin. There's a lot of good things happening in Austin, huh?
I know, right?
Yeah. So we'll give Charlie a call here, and Daniel's gonna. I've never talked to the gentleman, so Daniel, you're gonna take.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've talked to him for years, actually. So I'm pretty excited for this guy getting into the.
So while we're getting him on the line, I've been playing with my scanners pretty good.
Yeah.
And I do have a few results here. So for those of you guys that talk about just disconnecting the battery and call it good, I know I brought this up before, but I'll go ahead and bring it up again. It will throw a code that you remove the electricity. So it will throw a code that you disconnected the battery.
Yeah.
On the Chevy, I did the Tahoe, Yukon, all the same, Suburban, Yukon XL. Once you unplug the overhead console and unplug the liftgate, it will throw 3 codes. It doesn't matter. Don't turn the key on. Everything's fine. It will automatically throw those 3 codes every time.
Right.
So I've been kind of playing around on some of these, just seeing, and it doesn't matter. As soon as the overhead console gets unplugged, it throws at least a code every single time the overhead console gets unplugged.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you have to keep in mind that there is a little bit of energy going through those components at all times. So when they do get unplugged, it does trip a code and goes back to the computer and lets it know that it has been something.
Now,
that's been done.
somebody said that it'll throw a code if you even take out a taillight.
Yeah, on the ones with the digital taillights, with the LED taillights.
Yeah, so you have to unplug them. There's no bulbs.
And no bulbs. And then if they have the rear sensors like F-150s and the GMs do, then it really trips multiple codes from my understanding. But I haven't gotten one of them in that I had to pull that taillight yet.
Yeah.
So
I've had a Raptor that had ADAS in the rear taillights, and I had to reset the codes on that.
Yeah, I was really kind of surprised. And on the Yukon Denali that I did, it had those auto running boards.
Yeah. And
before I disconnected stuff, I forgot to shut them off. And that one had a monster roof. There were some big dents up there. And I ran the running boards a lot. And one of the codes that I threw was low voltage because I ran the battery down enough. I actually had to put the battery charger on it in order to get rid of that code.
Oh,
you couldn't clear that code.
And you have the 906 BT, right?
I have 906 BT and the MX 808, and I've been playing with them both back and forth. But I did bring my 906 home, and I have it here, and I'm keeping my 808 at the shop. Honestly, the 808 is a little faster to use.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say that.
That's the expensive one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's because of the cable. It's a hardwire cable. However, with the 906, do you have a USB cord that you could plug into it?
Oh, yeah.
Into the dongle.
The 906 is a great unit, and you can do a whole lot more. You can run diagnostics, find out why a window won't go up or down or sunroof. You can do a whole lot more, but so far over the last 5 weeks of messing around, it was like I found myself always reaching for the 808.
Yeah.
So, and I'm building a set here at my house, so I need a scanner each place, but that place I'm going to use it more. And I'm really kind of getting familiar with that 808. And it's just a lightweight, fast little unit, but it is your tethered. And that sucks.
And you know what? I might have to go back to it because I kind of got so used to the 906 that I haven't really messed around with the 808 too much, just because of the robustness of the 906. But yeah, I'll check that out, definitely.
My 00, it works really good.
Well, you're also not charging for anything that you can't scan.
One of the things that I do with my 808, and here's something that will help you. Like the 906, Vince, and you probably do the same as I do. You hook up the dongle, you shut the door, you walk away, and you set the 906 over on either the hood or the counter or your cart while you're doing other stuff.
Exactly.
That's phenomenal with the 906 because you can do 2 things at once.
Right. Yeah.
But the 808, I throw out the kickstand, and with the window down on the driver's door, I shut the driver's door and I just prop it right on that driver's door.
No, that's a good idea too. I sometimes with the kickstand, I'll leave it on the steering wheel as well. Yeah.
So, how much is that 808 getting in? If for our listeners that want to just
the 808,
I'll bring it right up on Anson's website. I got their website up here, so
I believe it's $535.
$535.95.
Yes.
So there you go, guys. You can buy one of those, be entered into the drawing, and you're all good.
You're all good is right. And you get your first year of updates free, and your warranty is free for a year, and you're good to go. And when you're updating the 808, I believe it's only $75 a year to update the 808 after your first year. And that
the 906 is more expensive.
The 906 is more robust and more expensive. It's about $775 to get the updates yearly. But so check those out. AnsonPDR.com. Go to scanners and you'll see what's going on.
This is Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. This is Daniel Grom. How are you?
I'm doing great, Daniel. How are you doing today?
Good. So you're on our live show with Vince D'Alessandro. Well, it's not live, recorded show with Vince D'Alessandro and John Renstrom.
Hey, Charlie. How's it going?
Going great, guys. How are y'all doing today?
Not too bad. Can't wait to get out to Texas this Wednesday and see something that you've dropped off at Anson.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Yes. I'm on my way back from Anson back to the house right now. Yeah, we just dropped them off today.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, you want to tell our listening audience what's this really super secret special thing you got going on?
Yeah, kind of. So I have designed the light tunnel. It's a collapsible light tunnel that you can take from hailstorm to hailstorm with you. I've had one in Austin with me since 2013. I've had a rigid light tunnel, and I would find that whenever I would leave my shop and go work at a body shop or go work at another shop and be estimating hail damage, that I really needed my light tunnel. It was just taking too long to move my light around a car and circle the dents, do the dent count, and then move my light back, take pictures of the car. And then once the insurance appraiser got over to move my light back over so they could take a look at the car. So the light tunnel is just kind of park the car right into the center of it. And there you go. You walk around the car all at one time, circle it, take pictures, and make great for picture taking. Yeah, so Anson has a few of them up there right now.
Yeah, I remember calling you back. You posted your hard light tunnel that you built back in 2013. I remember calling you and talking to you way back then. So it's taken this long, and maybe it's technology catching up to make this possible, making it so it's portable and breaking it down. Because I've seen the pictures. If you go to thelighttunnel.com, you'll see pictures of this thing, and we're going to post them on PDR2 time. But basically, this thing folds up and to kind of like a briefcase, almost like, right?
Pretty much. It's about the size of a folding table. It'll fit into the bed of a standard pickup truck now, and you can move it around from storm to storm. Yeah. So it just kind of folds down on itself like a letter M would. So you lay it over onto its side, you take the brackets off of it that hold it in place, and just kind of squeeze it together like an accordion. You're off to the next storm.
Now, I know a lot of guys are going to be like, oh, well, there's light tunnels out there. There's this, there's that. There's, dent reading machines. What makes yours so special, Charlie? What can you tell us about it?
Mine, I really like mine so much because it's just very simple. You don't have to have a big space to put it up. It's really the cost of it is not way out of control. It's just a very simple design that does a great job of catching dents for hail damage. I don't use this tunnel for repairing dents at all. I just use it for estimating hail damage, quality control, for sales, whenever I have a customer who's, kind of leery if they're going to bring the car to this body shop that I'm working at, we bring them over to see their car under the tunnel, and then they see if we care this much about doing the estimate the right way, then, we're really going to be thorough about our dent repair.
Yeah. Now
how much does it weigh when you break it down?
It is 78 pounds. And then once you stand it up and put the brackets onto it, it weighs right at 90 pounds.
Okay.
And are there wheels on it? So once it's set up, you could roll it, or is it once it's set up, you're not moving it?
As of right now, there are no wheels on it, but you can put wheels onto it pretty easy. We just have to do inline casters to make sure that the ends don't run away from each other. We just do inline casters. That way it can only go forward or backward.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we're working on doing wheels on it, but right now we don't have it with wheels.
Yeah. Now, I know you were at MTE this past year showcasing it. I saw it briefly. I know a lot of people. I was too busy working the whole damn thing, and I really wanted to spend time and talk to you about it. But I know a lot of people's reactions were, man, I hope that guy got that thing patented, because that's really cool. And I think that was one of the things is why it took you so long to kind of release it to the world, is because this is a patented design, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. We were able. I wasn't able to. I've been trying to patent it for years, but you can't patent a light tunnel. But you can patent a collapsible light tunnel.
Right.
So now that we changed it a little bit, we're able to patent the idea of actually having it one structure that breaks down, collapses. That part of it is what is patentable.
Right. Yeah. And well, congratulations
so
on that. That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So it's been between the patent process, and this is my first product to ever put out. I'm not a tool manufacturer. I'm just a hail damage guy who was trying to look for a better way, a faster way to estimate my hail damage. And
well, guess what? You are now a tool maker.
Well, yes, yes. We do have one tool under my belt now. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? I really appreciate when I looked at this thing, the quality and the fit and finish of it is top notch. I mean, I really know, all of us know how much time and effort it takes to get to this point, and there's a lot of hard sweat equity in that thing, right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, lots of late afternoons, late evenings at the shop, just trying to put the prototypes together. You build all. I built all the prototypes myself, and it's just a trial and error process. I'm not an electrician, learning how to solder these lights together, and welding, and it's just it's painstaking. Yeah, there's lots of time put into it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I've got your website up, and I'm kind of looking at this, and the light is all done up into a grid pattern. Now, is that fixed, or can people get that with lines only, or is there options?
No, it's just the grid pattern. I work with the KISS method. I try to keep everything as simple as possible. So I just wanted to have one option on the light. I like the grid pattern. That way, whenever I'm looking for hail damage, I'm able to look on the rails, the roof. I don't have to turn anything off or on. It's always ready to go for me. So I can catch any angle at a car with whatever grid pattern I need to be using at that time.
Right. And you can do right and left on the grid. I don't think a lot of guys have seen that grid, so that's why I wanted to describe that. You show full-size pickups as well as vans. So what's that height? What's the height to get underneath that?
Yeah, I was going to say something because he's in the land of trucks, raised trucks too.
Yeah. It's 7 feet 3 inches tall is what it is. And you're able to drive F-250s, F-350s through there. That van is right at 7 feet 2 inches tall. That I was able to squeak it under there, so it made it through. It makes it a little tough to see once you get that tall of a vehicle going through there, but I'm able to see the sides and the hood of it, no problem at all. We had to move the van up and down a little bit just to be able to see everything with that 3-foot light tunnel that we have. Yeah, and once we start putting casters on there, that will also raise it up a little bit. And we've already now working on telescopic legs that we can put on it too. I couldn't make it any taller than 7'3" and still have it fit into the back of a standard pickup truck. And that's really what I wanted to do, because I did not want to have to buy a trailer just to move these tunnels around from place to place. I wanted to put it into the back of the truck with my folding table, my printer, my computer, and my chair, and get to the storm first and be writing estimates for the rest of the dent guys coming in after me. So I wanted to be able to just load and go.
Now, in discussing that, it looks like your lights go all the way down to the floor then. So you've got good, real easy to see those low side panel dents. And that's what a lot of people really, really miss a lot of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the worst ones to fix for free. Yes, you don't want to fix those low dents for free.
Yeah. Now, power. Let's talk about power. 110?
110 and 12 volts. So we have the inverter on there, and if you just want to keep your battery onto it, you just take the inverter off and plug your battery straight into it, and alligator clips, and now you have power in a warehouse that doesn't have power ran to it yet. You can still get into the warehouse and open up your tunnel, stand it up, and you're bidding cars.
Nice. Okay.
Well, good.
Now that how much is that retailing for?
We're asking $5,500 for it. Is what it's retailing for.
And then you have a second option where you buy two of them, right?
We are looking into that. Yes, we've been talking about that. Yeah, we're looking at 1 for 55, 2 for 10. We think that's where we're going to go with our pricing on those. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Anson is going to be selling them for you then, I guess.
Yes. Anson
Okay.
is the sole distributor. Yes, they will have the light tunnel. So yeah, just go to Anson, check them out online there, and they have them at the warehouse or at the showroom up here.
Yep. Now, are you going to be there on Saturday, the 16th?
I am going to be up there on Saturday. Yes.
Oh, sweet. We'll get to meet then.
Oh, fantastic! I'm looking forward to that. Yes, that'll be good. We'll talk about light tunnels for a little while.
Exactly. And what we'll do is we'll showcase it a lot. We'll take some video footage and stuff like that for the PDR Tool Time page on Facebook and show everyone what it's about in person.
Great.
It didn't make it. That's the worst part this year. You know, everyone looks forward to the Anson open house because it's a good low key, not like MTE. Everyone's just kind of low key sitting around talking to vendors and having a good time, mixing and mingling and checking out tools. But we can't really do that.
And eating bacon burnt ends.
Oh yeah, bacon burnt ends. That's Daniel's
That's
favorite.
it. Yes.
So, but this year it's a little bit different. It's still going to be cool. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be good.
Yeah, we'll do a little virtual this year.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we want to thank you for coming on for the brief moment that we had you on here today, and we'll definitely be talking to you next week or on Saturday. Sorry.
Most definitely, yeah, guys. Thank you very much for taking time to talk to me. Yeah, no problem. We'll see you Saturday. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, Charlie.
No problem. Thank you all.
All right, bye now.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.
So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I saw it in MTE. I'm like, holy cow, that thing's crazy looking. And next thing you know, he had a ton of people over there all the time looking at it.
I don't even feel like I really took a deep look at it, too.
I didn't see it at all. I never made it out of our booth. You know what? That's what I'm really excited about on this next MTV. And I'm kind of a little bit pissed that everything keeps getting canceled because now I get to go for PDR Tool Time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get to hang out with you guys and play with tools and go talk to vendors and interview vendors. And now everybody's being a big sissy and shutting everything down for
just in time.
Corona.
Just in time for you to break free.
Yeah. Just gonna go
you know what? I had an illegal get together last night.
Oh,
so you
got to be careful, man. You are behind enemy lines in California,
I know, right?
Especially in San Francisco.
I had some of my poker friends over. We had a little poker party, man.
Poker? I hardly knew her.
Beat me to it.
All right. Sorry.
But I'm supposed to hit the rim shot.
Is that better?
That's not the rim shot.
I got rid of the rim shot for the baby crying.
Yeah, okay.
I figured I'd use the baby crying a little bit more when you start complaining about something.
The other thing we forgot to ask him is where that thing is made, because I think it's made here in the USA.
Donald
It's not
Trump don't
made in
trust China. China is asshole.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, that's why. Definitely. See, I was on that one now.
I know you did good.
Now, are you going to get it, Daniel, and take it back and do something with it once it gets to your shop? Take it to something?
Well, yeah. I kind of really want to make it more for actually working on dents.
And how are you going to do that? What tool are you going to
if I bring it back, I'm going to have to, take it to my bench grinder.
See, I'm getting better.
And modify it so I can.
That's the most dangerous tool in our arsenal. You never know when it's going to go off.
Yeah. But I asked him a bunch of questions about that and see, if he'd actually use it for working. And
I think you'd almost need to dim it down a little bit. It looks pretty intensely bright.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it have it doesn't have the fade that you'd kind of want. It's kind of a high definition kind of line.
It's for estimating.
Yeah. And that's why
it's perfect for estimating.
And you would need to dim it down for working.
But who knows what the future might be? Maybe I will get my hands on it and
don't say it because I don't have it set up.
Okay.
I could see it going with increasing the fade by going to a 4-foot width and get that extra foot of width onto it. And that would give you a little more space between the lines as a fade. But man, really, if you think about it, even for door dents, you could pull that sucker, pull the nose of the car right in over to the side opposite of what you're working on. Grab your stool and your dent rod, and you could do a car door way down low without.
Well, think about this. So the sides that come down, if it had a center pivot point, and then you could tilt the sides in to the car, and
yeah,
so
you could change that angle.
So you'd be able to look down a whole car, and you'd have this huge wide light.
Yeah.
You know,
that'd be cool.
So,
yeah.
Oh man, we've already got a list of $100,000 worth of options and accessories
upgrades
he needs to put on that thing.
I know.
That's awesome. Well, listen, do you guys have anything else you want to share with our beautiful
how about putting
audience?
colors in it and just using it for a party?
Oh yeah, a little rave.
Let's go out.
We can do the Soul Train dance through it, you know, as it's doing its disco colors and lights and blinking and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to start wrapping it up here.
Visit Anson PDR.
Oh, whoa, that's the wrong button
Whoa,
right there.
man! Talk about just
Getting ahead of the
wrapping it
game
up.
here, man. It's just wow, it's really jumping the gun.
All right. Well, that light tunnel is not on Anson's website right now. I've been kind of poking around in Anson's website, and I tried out the search.
No,
They just got their hands on it. You're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
that's going to be a day or two before we get that up there.
But once it's up, and when we're talking about it, we'll make sure and we'll get some posts done on the Facebook page, and everything, so that you guys can at least get to Anson and look at that thing.
I'll ask him what the availability is, so if he can actually order one and get one right away.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right, well, guys, I think that's going to wrap up our episode 219 of PDR Tool Time, right?
It's too loud.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you got to say, Daniel?
All right, you guys, level up your tools.
Don't do stupid stuff.
And keep it stiff.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the industry and tool related news every week. Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.
Visit AnsonPDR.com for the largest selection for just about all your PDR tools, where you'll find hog glue and hog tabs. Don't forget to grab your Magnetech mat, available at most PDR tool distributors. Edgy Tools, it's the little things that make the big difference. The king of useful doodads.